Hello everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are. Alright, so today is the 27th of June 2020 on Saturday. So I hope you're having a great Saturday today. I am having a great Saturday today. Alright, so today I will talk about some of the psychology. Well, actually this is related to psychology, but the topic says that why copy trade signals don't work. So based on these services, I will talk about some of the more important aspects of a pro trader and also the psychological part in trading. So today is the the weekend, so the market is closed. So every Saturday, as it shows here on this panel, every Saturdays I talk about some psychology and money management. And tomorrow on Sundays I will talk about the weekly Ichimoku Forex forecast. So if you are interested also, you can join tomorrow's live. So basically I do the lives every day. If not, then I will upload a new video instead. But every day basically I do the lives as per this program guide. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and click the bell button so that you get notified as I do these lives every day. So one quick announcement is that the live stream schedule will be changed from 29th of June 2020. Usually I do these lives every day from 11 p.m. JST. So in UTC in summertime it's actually 2 p.m. but I will change it to 6 p.m. JST. In UTC it's going to be at 9 a.m. in summertime, effective from 29th of June, and I've already created the video and talked the reason why I changed the schedule. So if you haven't watched that yet, please do, so that you know the reason behind. Alright, so and also for those who are new to my channel, I offer two services here basically. So I run the Ichimoku community where you can get the Ichimoku Basic Master Book as one of the perks. And this is the book that I wrote, the ebook, almost 150 pages long, all about Ichimoku Basics, 5 lines and some of the basic aspects of Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. And also you can get to join the Discord, and also there will be some membership lives every week. So this is a monthly subscription, and if you see the join button on the YouTube, that's where you can join. And if you know more details about this community, you can click on the link below and you see more details about that. And also to master, if you would like to master my own strategy hands-on, this is another school that I run right now, and this is called KTS Global Trading School. And unfortunately right now July to September session is already full, but I will be having it in the month of October until December, 3 months. So if you're interested, please click the join. Please click the link below also, and please write me an email so that I will put you on the waiting list from October. All right, so let's get started right now. All right, and I do see some comments today, so thank you for joining everyone. Good to see you. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. All right, good to see you everyone. Good to see you. All right, so hold on. I've created the PDF or the PowerPoint today also. So there you go. Let me put this in place so that you know exactly what I will be talking about as per these slides. So let me delete the upper part here, and there you go. Okay, so today's topic is why copy trade signals don't work. Alright, so I'm not really here to criticize the signal services or copy trade services, but I'm here to share my own view about these services because I have been getting tons of comments and questions by email and by comment box below, and also even on the chat box while doing these lives every day, that's related to those services. So hopefully today's live will give you a trigger to have some new ideas and thoughts about these services, copy trades and signals. And yeah, I hope you get the some kind of information or kind of wisdom if you are thinking to use these services in your future. And eventually, you will know how I think about these services and also why I don't offer them to you. So if you liked today's live topic already, please press a good button. Alright, and please make sure to subscribe and click the bell. Okay, so first of all, thank you for sending me lots of emails and comments. First of all, I do see these comments and these chat boxes. Although I can't call everybody's name yet because I do see many comments now, but I do see your comments, I see your names, so thank you for your participation and also the comments and emails. So just a disclaimer before starting anything here, all this knowledge is based on my own experience, so when you take trades, please do at your own risks. Okay, so yeah, and thanks to your support, your continuous support, I get lots of emails like this, and these are just examples. I get tons of these emails every day. Every day I think I'm receiving like 50 emails now, so it's been quite busy to replying all these emails, but yeah, so these are some of the typical questions that I've been getting so far. So up here it says, hello Kay, after seeing your YouTube, I'm interested in taking your class. As a beginner, I need to understand more how to join your class in the near future, or maybe you can provide daily copy trade or signal services. Thank you. Okay, or from David, I already got the permission from David. So yeah, he says, do you offer signal or copy trade services? I want to learn from the way you take trades. Regards. Okay, so yeah, so I got these emails usually every day. And I think these are questions that are reasonable because I was also one of them, right, who are looking for the signals and copy trade services. And I was also the one who have been using these services in the past of my trading career while I was losing over time. And not only that, I have been reading books and attending seminars in the beginning and trying all different paid indicators and robots, EAs, automated trades, you name it, right? So I know exactly why traders ask these questions because it's truly been a struggle for me too. So let me ask you a question, okay? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever used the copy trades or signal services before? Or are you currently using one of these copy trade or signals services now? If yes, then type yes on the chat box right now. I just wanted to see how many traders have been using or currently using these services. So if yes, then please type yes so that I know about how many percent of the traders are using these services now. So while waiting for your answer, well, first of all, let me clarify this one thing, but I don't offer a copy trade or signals because my purpose or intention of doing the lives every day is to help traders learn how to take trades by themselves. You know, my intention is not someone to blindly depend on myself to take trades because that's not the way we call a skill, or that's not the way to become a pro trader based on my own experience. Just like I have been taking trades for the last 7 years, I also would like you to be able to capture the trend correctly and identify the trading edges correctly all by yourself so that even if I'm gone next day or tomorrow or for any reasons, you still have an ability to take trades by your own. And I think this is what we call the wisdom or true asset, right? The knowledge asset. And not only that, I want you to be able to learn from your past trades too, because ultimately that's the only way to grow yourself in the long term. And that's something that I've been teaching in the GTS classes too. And if I add one more thing here, I don't want to take responsibility on someone's trade or someone's account. So I have never managed someone's money in the past, and I never will in the future. So let me check your comments here after some minutes here. Okay. Good to see you, everyone. Good to see you. All right. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Good to see you. All right. All right. Yes. Okay. I've got a couple of yeses. All right. If you don't answer, then it's okay. I mean, yeah, if you don't answer yourself, that's okay, right? You can just be quiet. That's fine. All right. So I do see a couple of yeses and a couple of no's. Okay. All right. So I think it's natural for traders or people to think about using these services, right? Copy trades or signals. So coming back to the topic, I think imitating or copying someone's trade is not a bad thing, first of all. So in today's live, let me raise the pros and cons about automatic copy trade, and later I will tell you when it becomes bad to use these services, and also the reason why I don't offer the copy trader signals. Okay? But yeah, thank you for answering. Thank you for answering, everyone. All right. Yeah, currently no, as I'm a student for GTS. Sure. Thank you for answering that. Okay, so let me talk about the pros first, right? The pros about using these services. First, you don't have to have a lot of knowledge in terms of how to take trades simply, because it does it automatically. And if they show some logic behind in terms of why they took those trades and things like that, you might be able to learn the way the service take trades. Mostly I found that they only either give signals of where to buy or sell and where to put the stop loss, the risk percentage, things like that, and target profit, and that's it basically. But if they give some logics behind, whenever it ends up with the win or losses, you will still learn from these tradings. So that's a good thing, right? So that you can build up your knowledge, how to take trades, where to put the stop loss, and how to take those profits. And secondly, it also saves time to analyze charts and take trades, because, for example, if you are a full-time trader or full-time worker, I'm not gonna have much time to analyze the charts, because after coming back to home from your workplace, from wherever you are, you might get tired by the end of the day, or while working, you might not have enough time to look at the charts to analyze them. So it definitely saves time for you, and that was my main reason why I used to use the copy trades or signal services in the past. Because I was a part-time trader in the beginning. I was a scalper. So, and also, it eliminates some emotional conflict, because once again, each trade will be executed automatically, so you don't become emotional. Well, if you use these signal services, you will be the one who execute trades. So in that case, your emotion will kick in. But when you are using an automated services, not like the signals, but automated services, where each trade will be executed automatically, you don't get emotional, because you are not the one who are taking those trades. Well, afterwards, when you see some losses over time, then you might get emotional. But whenever it takes trades, you won't get emotional, because it does it automatically. So, and I think there are more pros, right? There are more pros. If you look at the website or outside, you will see those explanations, why they work, things like that. So these are just some pros that I just thought of after and before doing these lives today. So I think these are some of the pros that I think about the copy trading services or signals. So let me share some of the cons or the risks I think of copy trading services. So basically there are three. I just introduced three. I think there are more, but I just introduced three cons today. So first of all, obviously there are lots of scams out there, as you know. So the probability of being caught by these scams is relatively higher, and once get caught by them, it becomes a waste of time and money. So you need to know which service is real, which service is not, but usually it is difficult to distinguish between them. And secondly, the spread can be very wide. This is actually based on my own experience, but when I was using one of the services for a copy trade in Japan, the spread was very wide as compared to normally taking trades with my own account. Sometimes it could go as high as like 6 pips or up to like 10 pips, depending on the market condition. So obviously, the spread can be very wide, and it's already quite disadvantage for anyone. And thirdly, there might be a difference in trading term whenever it's a short term or long term between you and the copy trade services. So if the term is different, I mean if the trade style is different, then for example the distance to the stop loss can be very different too. And the service might offer like 100 pips of stop loss, and if your trade account is too small, then even before the price hits the stop loss, it can blow up your account easily. And when you're looking for some profit in the short term, if the service offers a long-term profit, then it might also take much more time to run that profit and reach to that target than you think, right? But you don't have any control over the trades, and it might create some conflict too. So these are the basic cons also. So far I just introduced some of the basic pros and cons I think about these services in general. And these are the information that you can find on web pages and any pages basically. But let me get to the bottom line here. Okay, let me get to the bottom line. So, as I said earlier, the purpose of my channel, my YouTube channel, is to help traders be able to think about and decide by their own terms in terms of tradings. And also, I'm sure you can apply what you learned here on any other decision-making process in life as well, right? Because after all, no matter what decisions you make, everything is connected. No matter this is trading or shoppings or any type of decision makings, everything's connected after all. In Forex trading or any trading, potentially there are 3 major skills or 3 major pillars that are necessary to learn. These are the trade strategy and money management and the emotional mental management skills. And these are necessary because they identify why you win or lose in the particular trade. In other words, when you face a win or when you face a loss, either way, you need to know which one of these skills is causing that win or causing that loss. For example, imagine when you face a loss. So let's say you thought it's a buy and you bought it there for some reason, and let's say and when the price goes backwards and it hit the stop loss, or exit before it's a stop loss, and in that case, can you identify what made the loss? Is my question. So what is because, and that's because of the strategy, or is it because of the money management, or is it because of the lack of your emotional skill? And that is a question. That is a question. And if I ask this question, most likely traders might say it's the strategy that made the loss, because it seems to be logical. But if you cannot see the loss from 3 these different aspects or angles, you cannot become a pro trader, because if you keep blaming the strategy, then you will be ending up with looking for a strategy that can bring you the profit over time, and what we call the holy grail. You might keep chasing the holy grail, but in reality, as you might already know, from my past videos, strategy is not the only component to be a profitable trader in the long term. We also need to learn about money management strategy and also emotional, mental management strategy as well. So let me tell you the difference of the purpose among these technical strategy, money management, and emotional management. So as it says on the slide here, the purpose of the trade strategy is to know your performance based on the logics and statistics. So that's the money management part. Okay, so I'm just talking about the money management right now. Okay, so the purpose of the purpose of the money management is to be able to calculate the winning rate and the number of trades and drawdowns and profit factor or multiple, etc. Because these are the backbone of your trades. So, and also mental management skill is also important because this is here to be objective to the market, and also you need to learn the patience, and also you have to be able to manage the anger and fear on both ones. So we cannot really take trades based on the technical skills only. Technical skills are here to do the market analysis and to capture the trading edges. And that's what I've been talking about in this in everyday life and in my past lives too. But also I talk about these other two components about money management and mental management skills, because these are also important whenever you take trades. And whenever you face wins or losses, especially losses, right? These two skills are very important. When you win, then you don't really care about these. But when you lose, really, over time especially, you need to look into these two other skills. So, if you are still new to trading, please remember this. Trading is a job to execute trades effectively with competitive edges and higher rate of reproductivity. In doing so, right? In doing so, these three components shouldn't be separated. For example, if you are still stuck with something that's not efficient, then you need to look back your own trades and test your own trades for the past chart. And because by doing that, you can be on the exponential learning curve, and also you can find a strategy that fits you better. And moreover, by having a skill of being able to identify whether the loss is due to strategy or money management or your own emotion, eventually you can find your own strategy as a whole by integrating all these three pillars all together. So, going back to the topic today about the copy trade and the signals. Now I think you know why I don't offer such services, because you don't learn none of these three necessary components to become a successful trader, because you basically copy someone's trade and someone else's signals. So let me put it this way. As long as it's been working, obviously you have nothing to blame, but you just keep using it, right? But what if it goes wrong? What if it goes wrong not just once or twice, but over time, and ends up with blowing up account eventually? Who would you blame? If you blame yourself as a result, then I think there's a good chance that it was a good lesson to you because you learned something from that. But if you blame the others who provides those signals or services, then that means you are not learning anything after spending lots of money and time to their services. In fact, this attitude of how to face these issues and how to deal with these issues are very, very important, especially if you want to be a pro trader. I say all this because that's what I learned from my own experience if you are doing well on these signals, then you can keep using it with no problem at all. But in my case, that was a struggle. And that's why I decided to share my own view today about copy trading signals. I think this is my opinion, but I think the trading is a science. I have a background of psychology, and that's why I say this. But the science is, according to the Wikipedia, I was looking at the Wikipedia earlier, and according to this website, science is a systematic enterprise that builds and organizes knowledge in the form of testable explanations and predictions about the universe. But I think trading is also the science too. The science of expected value and responsibility. So if you face some issues, like you face some losses, you need to look back your own trade or your own data and investigate what went wrong and why it went wrong. Then you revise it. Learn from past trades and past data, and revise it and refine it, and keep trying with new hypotheses. And in doing so, make sure to keep in mind these three aspects: the technical strategy, and money management, and emotional management. So here is my question. Okay, here's my question. What can you learn from the copy trades and signals? If you cannot answer to this question based on these three aspects, then you shouldn't use them. Me, I don't find a decent answer, and that's why I don't even offer them nor use them on my trades. Instead, for those who come to my lives and watch my videos in my channel, I really encourage you to learn the basics of the trading and stop having some illusions towards the trading, that it's easy to make money or you can make lots of money in short term and so on. I want you to stop taking trades that way. For example, remember when you have some hardship in your job, whenever jobs you have now, you might have some difficult times. And one of the biggest illusions is that when you come to the trading world, all these will be gone and eliminated. I was thinking like that too. I was a part-time trader, full-time worker, and I was thinking that once I switch it myself to the pro trader, full-time trader, then all these struggles in the workplace or all these dilemmas will be gone once I became a full-time trader. And lots of newbies think like that too. And once they become a full-time trader, all the difficult things will be left behind. I was thinking that way too. But unfortunately, that's not true. You will still face some difficulties or some hardships after you become a full-time trader. And that's the reality. Sometimes it's even harder psychologically because you lose money over time. Sometimes you don't find any trading edges for a week. In the month of May, it has been a quite slow week, a slow month for me. So I wasn't able to take trades actively in the month of May. So that was almost break even. But I don't get upset because I know these kind of things happens over time. And I know when, I know the trend will come in the future. So even if my overall result will be break even for the month, I can still be relaxed because I know these things will happen. And I know these things will be happening in the future too. So I know that the income or the profit fluctuates. The profit fluctuates over the month or over the years. And that's something that I know. But I keep trying to refine my own trades too. I run the Forex Tester by myself over the weekend or over whenever I have time, I have spare time. I run the Forex Tester for, or I study the way I take trades in the past too, so that I can try to find better chance to take trades, more numbers to take trades, and also how to increase the profit factor and our multiple. I mean, the risk to reward ratio. I keep thinking about that, so that when I face the similar market as of May, I can in the future, or if I face like a similar market in the future, possibly I can make some profit in the future too. And that's what I usually think whenever I get break even over the month. So yeah, I encourage you to study it, right? I encourage you to study the trading. Keep studying based on the 3 pillars I showed it to you here: the technical analysis, money management, and emotional, mental management skills by watching my videos over time. I have created the playlist here. If you come to my official channel, there is a KTS trading strategy. This is very focused on the technical analysis, and I have a money management playlist in here too. I have the money management playlist, and also there is a mental management playlist too. So don't keep focusing on the technical strategies only. Make sure to learn about the management and emotional management too. Okay, because if you neglect the importance of these 3 pillars, and also the importance of learning and improving, sooner or later, your account becomes 0. I was only looking for where to take trades, where to put the stop loss, where to take profit in order for my winning rate to increase, and that was my forecast for the first 1 or 2 years. So that was a struggle for me. So and I don't want to feel that way too, because that's not the way it should be. I mean, I think we have a different style. So if you are comfortable with it, then that's okay. You can do scalping, and you can look for the trading chances every day, like a 30 or 40 trading chances every day. And if that's the style, it's okay. But for me, it was not the style. I used to have 6 panels in front of me, looking at like 30 pairs, 25, 30 pairs, putting all these signals and running EAs, and also on my mobile, I was looking at the copy trade signals too. So I was taking trades with these arrows and these copy trades and from EAs too. But that was very struggle, and that was quite a stress for me in the beginning. And that's why I decided not to take trades that way after all. And I became a day to swing trader. I'm more focused on how to take trades in terms of a trend direction. And also by doing this multiple time frame analysis, I found that this is more efficient, time efficient way to take trades this way. And that's why I switched my mindset to this way. And that's what I have been trying to teach you here in this YouTube channel, and also the GTS sessions. So yeah, like I said, I am running these 2 services, and one is the Ichimoku community. And Ichimoku community is more focused on the technical side, especially from the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. I read these original books of Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, so I learn about how to take trades, and also the correct way to look at the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo based on these original books. And that's one of my projects within this community now. And I also talk about some of the emotional or some of the mindset strategies too, because my mindset is pretty much the same. I'm pretty much affected by Goichi Hosoda. So this is my Bible. These are my Bibles. I have 5 volumes in my house, and these are my Bibles. And I want to deliver the message from him through myself, in English from Japan based on these original books. And that's the purpose of this Ichimoku community here. But I take trades based on different indicators and lines and tools too. And also I look at the times, I look at the chart multiple time frame. And when it comes to delivering those messages, I want to be hands-on. And that's why I've created this GTS, Global Trading School. And I do this every 3 months. So like I said in the beginning, unfortunately, the session from July to September is already full. So there will be another GTS coming from this October. So once again, if you're interested, please write me an email so that I can put you on the waiting list. Okay, so that's pretty much about it for today's session. So today's a Saturday. It's a very sunny day today in Japan. So I was outside and I took a bicycle and just drive around the town. It was very nice, but I had to put the mask on, so that was very humid and I got a lot of sweat. So in that case, that was a little bit uncomfortable. So I just came back home very quickly. But yeah, in Japan we're kind of worried about the second wave outbreak too, and I think that's the case in the world too. So I hope you keep safe and keep healthy. Alright, I hope the things will be working out great, and I hope the situation will be improved anytime soon. Okay, so that's it, and I will switch to the Ichimoku membership live now. So thank you everyone for joining on my public live today. So tomorrow I will talk about the weekly Ichimoku Forex forecast. I will go through all these pairs. These are the pairs, hold on. These are the pairs that I look at usually. And based on these pairs, and also I will talk about the oil and some indices. I will talk about it based on Ichimoku Kinko Hyo by looking at the weekly chart and daily chart. So if you're interested, please join tomorrow. And until then, you have a great day and stay gold. Alright? So, bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you.